Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and it is time for a serious video here for a minute. I was thinking about making this video, and then I went back and forth thinking about not making this video, but I decided why not make it. The Archfiend made an excellent video about this, and he inspired me to give, my take on it. And it's about the 300 girls kidnapped in Nigeria. Um, Now this story, you could say it's tragic. Everybody's saying give us back our girls and everything, but I'm here to put a little bit of a damper on that. I'm afraid. Get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. Seriously, everybody in this world wants to be a humanitarian. They all want to stand for something. Everybody is scared of being labeled a racist. They're scared of, being labeled a monster, uncaring. Everybody, the way how this world is set up, they are scared of what people are going to think of them. So they don't criticize anything. They don't think of anything with a critical mind. They don't think about anything. I had a great professor in college, a great English professor, that said that always look at everything with a critical eye. That was great advice. And I also brought that same attitude here to YouTube. Everything deserves to be analyzed and looked at, and to truly even appreciate anything, to understand something, you have to look at it critically. That is the only way of avoiding being bamboozled, being tricked, or just being one of the countless mindless drones in this world. You have to look at things. I'm sorry if people don't like that attitude. That's how a lot of people, think. A lot of people think about this, about religion, about politics. If they like a politician like with Obama, they don't want to speak out against Obama because they're afraid of being labeled a racist. So people are very careful about that. They want to tread lightly around that. And I perfectly understand it. And that's cowardly. That's very cowardly. Because Obama deserves to be, reprimanded and criticized about, hundreds of fucking things and policies. Anything you want to come out with, taxes, in the employment rate, immigration, just there's so many things you could criticize Obama about. We're not here to talk about Obama. We're here to talk about Nigeria and those 300 girls. The thing is, people do not want to say that they don't care about this, because if they do, they're going to be labeled a racist. And that's how it is. But the thing is, it's like you say that you care and you do, but what are you really doing to help? There's nothing that you can do. People have to understand that there's nothing that can be done. Now, of course, the same people that criticize our military are going to say, oh, send the soldiers over there to rescue them and everything. The same people said we shouldn't have stuck our noses in the Middle East, which is something that I support, that we shouldn't have gone over there. Those same fucking people will say that we should go over there and save people, just like they did in the Sudan. Hey! Remember the Sudan? Oh, wasn't that a jolly good time? Remember when we were against the genocide in the Sudan? Remember when we were against the blood diamonds? So all that a couple of years back, like a decade ago. Those were good times. Remember when Hollywood and Sean Penn and everybody was banding together for that? Oh, that also righteous cause. Yeah, what happened? There's still genocide in the Sudan. But we don't care anymore, do we? No, we don't. So this thing about the 300 schoolgirls in Nigeria, this shit happens all the fucking time. Let's be honest. The government is animalistic over there. And it is not racist to say so. They kill their own people. And guess what? Guess what? We send millions and millions of charitable donations, reparations, funding to Nigeria's government. We do. We do. Look it up, motherfuckers. We send. You know why we're in debt? Because we spend money that we don't even have, and we send it to foreign nations so they can nation build, but they're not nation building. They're killing their own people, and they're funding these kidnappings. We say they're spending it on arms over there. They're spending it on drugs. They're spending it on anything but building their own nation and feeding the starving people over there. They have millions of starving people in Nigeria, but none of them are getting fed. None of them are getting homes. None of them are furthering their ways of life because the government's taking it all. And why would an evil... This is what drives me nuts about it. Now, I don't want to see anything happen to those 300 schoolgirls over there. Yes, that is something to, that, okay, we want to hope for them and everything, but this type of shit happens all the time. So we're just randomly picking a story out of Nigeria at total random. And, and we're going to just jump behind this. It's time again to get behind something. And I even saw a comment when I was watching the Archfiend's video. Someone wrote, Coney 2012. And that's all that needs to be said. Once again, something totally random from Africa. You had a guy that was, saying this is something we should get behind. And then the guy is caught masturbating in public. There you go, motherfuckers. That is all you need to know about this type of stuff. All these grassroots campaigns. That pretty much spoke for itself right there. But the thing is about Nigeria that drives me nuts is that we fund their own destruction as a country. We do. We fucking give the money to the government, which is corrupt, and we know it's corrupt. We know that they're involved in their own genocide. We know that they're involved in their own drug trade. We all know this, and we still give them money to fund their own destruction. Why isn't there a campaign against that? Why is there not a campaign against ending that genocide? The whole fucking continent of Africa is in shambles pretty much. You factor in all the fucking countries, and that place is a disaster. It is a fucking disaster. It used to be one of the most beautiful places in the world, tropical, all them animals, but now it's disgusting. It's full of death. It has the stench of death all over it. The corrupt government. And what we do is, it's just disgusting. We pick out random stories to get the people behind. Give me a fucking break. All the people saying, oh, we care. You don't care. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying any other, that any country is not like this. They are. You are the most apathetic generation out there. If you are my age, if you're 26, 27, 25, 28, whatever, the generation I am from, you're born in the 80s, you are apathetic. All you do is not care. You don't give a shit. I see people, they don't even care about their own job. They don't care about anything. They care about themselves. They care about partying. They care about themselves. They care about their car. They care about themselves. They only care about themselves. They don't care about no 300 Nigerian girls. Fuck out of here. If you're saying that, if you're making a video on YouTube, oh, bring our girls home, you're not being original, you're not being thought-provoking, you're just being cookie cutter. And you don't care because it is pretty much apparent. That is what you truly care about. You, number one, you care about yourselves. You do not care about this. You never cared. It's just, it's the latest trend. Hashtag bring our girls home. Get out of here. Once you put that hashtag in front of it, I stop taking you seriously. Seriously, that is what's wrong about this society. That everything is just about getting likes on Facebook, getting favorited and retweeted on Twitter. That's what it's all about. That's what everybody's concerned about. Nobody cares about just making a video and saying what they feel. They want to fit in. Nobody wants to be, that far from the grain. Nobody wants to go against the grain, because once you go against the grain, that's when you stop getting all the likes, all the favorites. That's when people start unfriending you and unfollowing you on Twitter and start unsubscribing. That's what it's about. But just for once in your life, be honest with yourself. Like what the Archfiend was trying to tell you. Be honest with yourselves. Just say that, this is terrible. I don't want to see anything happen to these girls, but, think to yourself, why am I trying so hard to, to be against this? I'm just gonna go to a party tomorrow. I'm going to get wasted. I'm going to take an E-pill. I'm going to pass out and be a fucking goofball. And I'm not going to care about this in a couple of weeks. Once people stop writing about it on Twitter and hashtagging it up the fucking ass, I'm not going to even remember it. Most of you people can't even remember what you had for fucking lunch. So you're going to remember this? No. Sorry, not buying it one bit. So there you go, motherfuckers. You want a bit of honesty. There's nothing being racist. If you come on this video, say, oh, you're racist, you're uncaring, you're a monster. Shut your mouths. I am not. I've already expressed myself. It's a horrible story. I don't want to see any harm come to anybody. That's just the human nature, my human nature. But to say that I care and I'm going to spend all my time here on YouTube and use my Twitter account, yeah, I am not. I am not going to do that. Sorry, not happening. Never going to happen. Yeah, so there you go. Terrible story, but let's be honest with ourselves. You're not going to remember this in a couple of weeks. Alright.